Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Storytime with Miss Debbie. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. There were some great opportunities to be outside this weekend, so I hope you took advantage of that. I'm going to share a story with you today written by an author that I bet you're all familiar with. Raise your hand if you like. If you give a mouse a cookie. How about if you give a moose a muffin? Another good one. If you give a pig a pancake. She has written a ton of them, and I'm sure that you've shared more than one with your family. Today our story is called The Jellybeans and the Big Art Adventure. Before we do this story, though, I had a poem I wanted to share with you, and it goes like this. 5 little jelly beans were sitting on a plate. Can you help me count? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's right, good job. The first one said, "Oh my, we're looking great." The second one said, "But there's bunnies hopping round." And the third one said, "Oh, we're sure to be found." The fourth one said, "But we'll be all right." And the fifth one said, "Let's jump with all our might." Hop went the bunny and rustle went the grass. Jump! And the 5 little jelly beans were saved at last. Isn't that a cute one? It is a Miss Debbie original, just so you know. Okay, so now our story for today. And I have a couple of fun activities to show you with those leftover jelly beans that you may or may not have hanging around your house. Bitsy loved to paint. She painted while eating breakfast. She painted while playing at the beach. She even played while bowling. Oh my, how does that work? Hey. But oops, I think I missed a page. Bitsy liked showing her paintings to her best friends, Emily and Anna and Nicole. Emily actually loved to dance. Look at her down there. That's fancy. And Anna loved to read. Yay, Anna. And Nicole loved to play soccer. Anybody here like to play soccer? I bet you do. You're good at it. Their favorite place to hang out was Petunia's, where they loved to share their favorite candy. Guess what it was? Jellybeans. Just as jellybeans are different flavors but go well together, the girls were all different but got along great. And so they called themselves the Jellybeans. The girls met at Petunia's and Bitsy pulled out her latest creation. "Oh, that's a great painting," said Nicole, balancing the soccer ball on her head. Whoa, that looks like quite a trick. "Oh, it's really pretty," said Emily, twirling on one foot. Can you all twirl on one foot? Or just twirl around? Yeah, that looks good. "Oh, it's dazzling," said Anna. Dazzling is my new favorite word. Remember, Anna was the one that liked to read. Mrs. Petunia Dinkley Sneezer, the candy shop's owner, came over to get a better look. "Oh my goodness," she said, "that is dazzling." That is a beautiful painting. "Bitsy can paint anything," said Nicole. "Oh, that's perfect," said Mrs. Petunia Dinkley Sneezer, "because I'm redecorating my shop, and there's a wonderful way for Bitsy to help. What do you think she's going to have her do? I bet I know." Mrs. Petunia Dinkley Sneezer led the girls outside. "Bitsy, this is where I would like you to create something special." I think that might be the outside wall of her shop. What do you think she's going to draw? Sometimes these pages can be a little tricky. Wash my hands so much they're kind of dry. "It's It's just a wall, said Emily. But it's like a big blank piece of paper, said Bitsy, and we're going to paint something amazing on it. We? Asked Anna. I don't know how to paint. Me neither, said Emily. All I can draw is a stick figure, Nicole said. Don't worry, everyone can make something beautiful, said Bitsy. I will show you how. Bitsy took the Jellybeans to a big museum. It was filled with all kinds of art. Emily saw beautiful paintings. Remember, Emily is the one that likes to dance. Look at the picture she found. Isn't that beautiful? Anna stared at a huge statue. Take a look at this picture. What is that bunny holding? I think it's a book. Nicole loved the ancient art that was thousands of years old. Oh my. They must have to be very careful with those kind of things. After visiting the museum, the Jellybeans were excited to create their own art. Oh, this is going to be great. The next morning, Mrs. Petunia Dinkley Sneezer gave the girls paints and brushes and smocks. Do you know what a smock is? Theirs look very fancy, but you can just use maybe an old t-shirt of mom or dad's if they don't mind you get paint on. But it's just something that you wear to keep your clothes clean while you're painting. Nicole painted some flowers. Oh, look at how clever is that? She put the paint on the soccer ball and then used the soccer ball to print the middle of the flowers. Very clever. Emily painted a rainbow as she danced through the air. And Anna painted large, colorful letters. It says Petunia. Now it's your turn, Emily said to Bitsy. What am I going to paint? You can see so far there's a beautiful rainbow and some flowers. She stood in front of the wall all afternoon, but she didn't paint a thing. Oh no. What's wrong? Asked Anna. Oh, everyone will see this painting, Bitsy cried. What if nobody likes it? What do you think the chances are of that? Do you think she should be worried? No, she's really good at what she does. Everyone will love it, said Nicole. It's going to be a masterpiece, said Anna. We know you can do it, said Emily. Which is nice to have the support of your friends. Sometimes that makes some pressure, though. Yikes, a masterpiece, whoa. Bitsy thought for a moment, and then she announced, I have an idea. Oh my goodness, what do you think she's going to paint? Anybody have any ideas? She's got a rainbow and some flowers. And the name of the store. I don't know. So Bitsy picked up a paintbrush and started to paint. The next day, Bitsy raced into Petunia's candy shop. The mural is finished, she shouted happily. Woohoo! Do you know what a mural is? A mural is a big painting that's painted, usually outside or painted on a wall somewhere. Could be outside. I guess it doesn't have to be. Oh, I can't wait to see what you've done, said Mrs. Petunia Dinkley Sneezer. She and Bitsy walked outside. The other Jellybeans crowded around them. Oh boy. Any last guesses of what it's going to be? Should I show you? No, it's pretty cool. Any thoughts? Do you think she painted maybe some animals? Maybe a snowstorm? Maybe she painted a rainy day like we're having today? How about if I show you? Oh, look. that it's amazing. What did she paint? She added all her friends. It's perfect, said Nicole. Oh, it's dazzling, cried Anna. What a beautiful mural, Mrs. Dinkley Sneezer said, and I know just how to thank all of you. Here is a treat as sweet as you are. Oh, that was nice of her. I think she gave them some jelly beans. She did indeed. Jelly bean. Oops, sorry. Jelly beans. Whoa, look at that. What a great picture. Lynn Munsinger drew these pictures. A nice job, Lynn. And thank you again, Laura Numeroff and Nate Evans, for letting us share this great book today. It was awesome. Okay, so now I have a couple of activities to show you. You may have some leftover jelly beans at your house. So I'm going to show you. Let's see if I can turn this down so you can see what I'm doing here. I went online, and I have the location for these pictures, these activities, in the post that I did today. And I downloaded this jelly bean sorting activity. So here's the original template. So you could just give it to your child like that. Another thing you could use, or the other thing you will need for this activity is, of course, some jelly beans. I opened up a bag of jelly beans over here. So I got at the store today. Actually, I didn't go. My husband did. That's one other activity. If you don't happen to have jelly beans, you could use just about anything. Pom-poms, if you have some. Maybe you have a jar of buttons, but anything that shows a variety of colors for sorting. Sorting is a really good pre-reading skill. So if you have a really young one, you might just want to give them this and say, okay, see if you can sort them out. And they'll just take the beans and put the red ones together and the green ones together. Whoops. Oh, here's another green one. Oh, and I have a black one. Oh, and here's a purple one. Cool. And just do it like that. And then you can just put them, try to get it down so you can see the picture. Oh, a little hard to do that, sorry. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Let's put these back in here. Now, if you have a slightly older, you might want their sorting to be a little more directed, and so it looks like this. Okay, there, that's better. In this one, there's not only are they sorting, but they're color matching. So this jelly bean is going to hold all the yellow ones, the red ones, the blue ones, the green ones, orange and black. An extension of this would be once you have your beans sorted, you can count them. You can talk about more and less. So there's lots of different ways that you can extend this activity if you're looking for something to do today that's kind of fun but simple. So that's another way to do it. If you have a child that's beginning to learn their color words, here you can actually write out the color words on each jelly bean, and to make it just a little bit easier for your child, you can write the color word in the color. So here's a yellow and a red and blue, green, so on and so forth. Looks like that. And then lastly, if you have a child that's beginning to pretty much knows his or her color words, but they're just maybe needing a little reinforcement with identifying them, just print them out all the same color. And now they have to read that this says R-E-D, red, and put the red jelly beans on here. So a very simple activity. And again, as I said, you could use pretty much anything that you have. You could just take scraps of paper, and if you want to be fancy, cut them in jelly bean shapes, or just cut them into squares and have them put all the yellow squares here and the blue ones here and the red and so on and so forth. So it depends on what you have around the house. So that's one activity you can do with your leftover jelly beans. Here's another one. I thought this one was really a fun activity. This one is kind of a riff on that wonderful game that is played during Hanukkah called the dreidel game. And it's all about counting your jelly beans. So just like in the dreidel game, you need a dice. And we're going to, again, because we have all our jelly beans, we're going to use them. And you'd put the jelly beans in the middle of the table, and then the directions here tell you what to do when it's your turn. So Number 1 says take 1 jelly bean. Uh-oh, if you roll a 2, you have to lose a jelly bean. If you roll a 3, yikes, you lose 2 jelly beans. Number 4 says you get to take 2 from the pile. Number 5 says take 2 Number 6 says take 2 jelly beans and give them to a friend. Oh, that's a good one. And the first person who has a pile of 20 jelly beans is the winner. Or you can just play for however long your child is interested. You can up that number, 50 jelly beans or 10 jelly beans, whatever. Just suit your audience, okay? It's just kind of a fun activity. So I got a 1, and 1 tells me that I get to take a jelly bean. So, I think I'll take a red one. I like the red ones. So there you go. Very simple activity. And again, I have the pointer for this, where you find these activities in case you decide you want to print one out for yourself, right in my post today. All right, so thanks everybody for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the story and the activities, and I'll see you soon. Bye.